Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Oakland Athletics franchise here on MLB Show 24, where our Oakland A's have two series in this episode against AL West foes, starting off with the Texas Rangers here at home. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content, as we have seen the Rangers once this year. They did win the series against us at Arlington. We're looking to right that wrong here in Oakland, as Paul Blackburn will be on the mound, and it'll be Leody Taveras leading off for the defending World Series champions, and he will begin the day with a single up the middle, and he's actually going to stretch it into two thanks to his speed. The A's have had a hard time recently in just getting off to such a slow start pitching-wise, and well, a leadoff double doesn't help here. Evan Carter up next. He was the April Rookie of the Month. I did forget to show the award winners for the month, so I will show that in the next episode. But runners on the corners, nobody away, and Corey Seager jacks one to right field. That's a 3-run shot. The Rangers jump out quickly thanks to the 3-run bomb from Corey Seager, his 11th of the season. And again, the A's pitching gives up a lot of runs in the first inning, and that just builds you a big hole that's hard to get out of. So Adolis Garcia's up next, and he drives one to right field. Thankfully, Rooker will be underneath this one, and that's the first out of the game. So therefore, we'll take a look at the Rangers lineup. We've already seen 44% of it. Next up, we'll see the longtime A, Marcus Semien, followed by Nathaniel Lowe, Josh Jung at third base, Ezekiel Duran, who recently broke out of a long slump at DH, and Jonah Heim behind the plate. Here is Marcus Semien, 0-1 pitch to him. He's going to chop it over to Allen at short, who charges, and he will gun him down at first base. Nathaniel Lowe up next. He pops up a fastball into foul territory, and thankfully, since we're in Oakland, that is enough room to make the grab. The Rangers get 3 in the top of the first, and they'll hand that over to Nathan Eovaldi, making his 8th appearance of the season. A good start to his year for the right-hander. Zach Geloff, who's established himself as the leadoff man here in Oakland, will begin the day. He breaks his bat on the inside pitch, and that'll be an easy pop-up for Heim. And we'll take a look at the A's lineup today. Next up, we'll see Asturi Ruiz getting the second spot, followed by Brent Rooker at 3. Ryan Noda, who stepped up here in the month of May in the 4th spot. Seth Brown, the 5. Andujar, the DH. Nick Allen in the 7 hole. Toro at third base. And our catcher today is Carlos Perez, with Langeliers getting the day off. Here's Ruiz up next. He lays a perfect bunt, and that is going to be a single for him as he takes first base on it. And when Ruiz gets on base, he's going to try to take 2. This time, though, the Rangers go ready for it, and they gun him down at second base. That's hard to do, so props to Texas. So now 2 down for Rooker, and he swings through his slider, 1-2-3 inning. We'll jump to the bottom of the third now, where Abraham Toro will lead off for Oakland, still in this 3-run slump, and he will walk to begin the inning. That'll bring up Carlos Perez getting the start today. A catcher hitting 118, but it doesn't matter when he perfectly timed a splitter right down the middle. A 2-run shot for Carlos Perez as he chips into this Rangers lead with a nice fashion. His second home run of the season, 424-foot blast. As now the A's only down by 1. Next up is Zach Geloff. He gets a fastball right down the middle, but he's just missed it. He flies out to right field. Gonna bring up Asturi Ruiz up next. He got a bunt single earlier. Now he's trying to do it with the bat swinging it, but he lines out to left. And then that'll bring up Brent Rooker, 2-2 pitch, and he's chasing a cutter. But the A's get 2 here in the bottom of the third. We'll go top 4 now. Semien leads off here for the Rangers as they look to answer right back. That will not help. Nathaniel Lowe up next, though. We'll line this one into center field, and Ruiz will catch it. Great glove out there. Quick 2 down here for Texas as Josh Jung at the plate up next, though. And he will hit this one into the gap. Rooker will cut it off. Jung's going to try to take second, and he does. So a 2-out double here for the Rangers' third baseman. Ezekiel Duran up next, the DH for the day. He's going to bloop this one to right. And with 2 outs, Jung's going to go. It's going to get down. Rooker's going to come up firing at the plate, and it's not in time. The Rangers get 1 run back, 4-2. Jonah Heim now up next, 0-1 pitch to him. Chopper right side of the infield. Nice sliding glove by Noda. And that'll cover the bag. But the Rangers do get 1 back. It's now 4-2. Scott Alexander will come in relief, having a 2.45 ERA. He's been the go-to middle reliever here for Oakland in the early part of the season. He'll be in the top of the 6th with Lowe at the plate. And Nathaniel Lowe will hit this one into left center. as that'll get down 4 extras. Blackburn went 5 innings of work before giving up to Alexander, who gives off the lead-up double. Young up next, 2 for 2 day for him, as he will draw a walk, his 3rd time reaching base in the afternoon. I bring up Ezekiel Duran up next, who broke his slump against the Royals in the last series. He's continuing it here in this one. He's going to get even more, as this is a single up the middle. Runner's going to come around, and there will be no play at the plate. Rangers lead 5-2. Still nobody down. Jonah Heim up next will chop this one over to Toro. He'll go to second. He'll go to first, and that's a big double play for the A's defense. Leo Tavares will step in. He's been hitting the sub-200 in the month of May so far. But he will draw a walk. So runners on the corners, inning still alive. It's Evan Carter, and he will single up the middle. Base hit. Another run will score. The Rangers now lead 6-2. Next up, Corey Singer, and he's not even going to get anything to swing at. Alexander will walk him, which leaves the bases now loaded for Adolis Garcia. 1-0 pitch. Garcia up the middle. It gets down in center, and this is more trouble as 2 runs score with ease. And just like that, the Rangers now lead 8-2. That'll do it for Alexander, as Gott will come in relief to try to stop this heavy bleeding that's transpired. It'll be Semien up first, but he's not going to waste any time. It's going to go from a cut to a gash. A 3-run shot for Semien on the very first pitch he sees from Trevor Gott. Makes his former team pay. 8th home run of the season. And in the blink of an eye, it is 11-2 in favor of the Rangers. Next batter up, Nathaniel Lowe. He'll chop this one over to Geloff, as this will finally end the 6th, but not after the Rangers put up a 7 spot. We'll see if the A's have any sort of answer here, as with 1 away, Rooker gets a splitter. He hits it to right field, and it clears, so that'll help. A solo shot for Brent Rooker, who's been by far and away our best bat of the season. He's already got 8 home runs on the campaign. He makes it 11-3 now, an 8-run deficit. Seth Brown up next with 2 batters later. Will perfectly time one to right field, and this one will clear. So the A's do get 2 solo shots in the inning, so it chips into the lead very minusculely, as now his 3rd homer of the season clears the wall, and it is now an 11-4 game. Zach Jackson will come in relief for the A's, as he's not had a good start to his season. He's supposed to be our most reliable reliever. He hasn't looked like that. He gets to the 7th scotch-free as he strikes out the final batter. Dane Dunning now next for Texas with a 2.79 ERA. He'll start off the bottom of the 7th against Nick Allen. 3-1 pitch, and he'll draw a walk. So another base runner on board for Oakland. That'll bring up Abraham Toro up next. Full count to him. He also draws a walk. So Dunning begins his day with back-to-back free trips. Puts 2 on now for Carlos Perez, who did have the big 2-run shot back in the 3rd inning. 2-2 pitch. He looks at strike 3. They call curveball in the corner. He doesn't like it. I don't either. That's the first out of the inning. Geloff up next, though. Hitless so far today. Full count pitch to him, and he will also look at strike 3. That one I can't really argue with. So back-to-back lookouts for the A's. Will lead up Ruiz, who lines this one over to short, and what was a promising look ends in disappointment. Carson Coleman will come in relief for the Rangers. He has a 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th and inherits a run on second. And he'll make it 2 down. Seth Brown looks at the low fastball for the 2nd out of the inning. That'll bring up Miguel Andujar up next, who gets a changeup, and he'll hit this one into left field. The A's, why not be aggressive on the base path, as they will score, and it'll make it 11-5. Nick Allen up next, shatters the bats. This one will drop. It'll be an easy tag out for Heim, but the A's get 1 more back. Top 9 now. It doesn't matter for long, though, as Adolis Garcia drills one to left center, and it's way out of here. Well clears the wall out there in left center, as Adolis Garcia gets the run right back. His 4th home run of the season, 435-foot bomb. As that is the 12th run of the day for the Rangers, as they get back up to a 7-run lead here in the top of the 9th. Next batter up is Marcus Semien. He's already gone yard once today. He's trying to do it again. Shot to right center, and it does clear. Marcus Semien's 2nd home run of the day, as the Rangers go back-to-back. his 9th homer of the season as Zach Jackson continues to struggle here. And a guy who's supposed to be the leader of our bullpen, a young, inexperienced bullpen, it's not a good look. Speaking of not good looks, here's Mason Miller being brought in. The guy has a 9.35 ERA on the season, but thankfully he does get through the rest of the 9th inning without allowing a run. But with a 13-5 deficit, that's basically going to do it. 8-run win here for the Rangers thanks to a 7-bomb in the 6th inning. And they win in Game 1 in pretty incredible fashion as our bullpen continues to struggle here in the month of May as we continue to fall back down to earth. And a loss here to the Rangers. Eovaldi gets the win, Blackburn gets the loss, and your player of the game is Marcus Semien, going 2 home runs in this one. So that does it for Game 1 here in Oakland. It's a 4-game set against the Rangers, as we do win the second one 6-5, so we get a walk-off here in the 9th inning. We tried to blow it, but thanks to Lawrence Butler, we get a walk-off solo shot. We do lose the 3rd game, though, 5-0, as we have 1 hit on the day. It is Darrell Hernandez, as Corey Bradford pitched a complete game shutout. Then we lose the 4th one, 5-4, so we lose 3 out of 4 to Texas at home. And that sends us down to 14-25 on the season, as now in the second half of this episode, we'll face a very familiar team in the Seattle Mariners, the team that we used last year in our MLB The Show 23 franchise. They're the only team that's worse than us in the AL West. We sit 14-25. It's hard to be worse than us. The Mariners, they're 13-25, so very disappointing start to their years. A lot of people had the Mariners as more of a contender out there in the American League. Bryce Miller will get the 8th start of the season for him. It's 4.79 ERA as he'll start his day against Zach Geloff, and he will put him on base to begin with a leadoff walk. I'll bring up Ryan Noda up next, who chops the fastball over to 3rd, and that will quickly erase both runners. 5-4-3 double play. Jay Langelier is back in the lineup after his rest, and that's a nice play by Miller to bat down the ball, and he will throw him out at first base. On the mound for the A's is Luis Medina. This was supposed to be Hogan Harris' start, but Oakland's going to make a change to the rotation. Luis Medina is going to make his first start of the season. He's been our long reliever this year. We'll see how it goes, but Mark Kotsay, the manager, trying to shake things up at what's been a struggle for the pitching staff. He begins his day with a pop-up from Josh Rojas to center, and that'll be the first out. Then we'll take a look at this Mariners lineup. A lot of players that we know, but some new faces. J.P. Crawford at short, followed by Julio Rodriguez, Cal Raleigh, then Jorge Polanco is at second base now. Ty France at first, Mitch Haniger back in right field with Seattle, Luis Urias at third, and the Sam Haggerty in left. These are also the 2 worst offenses in the American League. Crawford will go down swinging for the second out, and then Julio Rodriguez will single up the middle. And the man who's been in the league for 2 years and has made the All-Star for both of those gets a single with 2 outs. Cal Raleigh up next, the big catcher who hits this one to left field. And Medina gets through the first inning, scotch-free. We'll go top 2 now here with Oakland as Brent Rooker drives one to deep left field and out of here. A solo shot for Rooker, who continues to swing a white-hot bat, averaging the 339 range coming into this ball game, and it's going to go up with his 10th home run of the season. The Oakland A's strike first in this one, 1-0. Go bottom 2 now, Jorge Polanco at the dish, the former Minnesota Twin, who jacks one to right field, and this one's going to hit off of the wall. Luckily, that one stays in the ballpark, but that's a leadoff double for the Seattle second baseman, his 7th of the season. Going to bring up Ty France, hitting an abysmal in the 100s so far, but this will help. A bloop single for the first baseman, as that'll move Polanco to third, and quickly the Mariners got runners on the corners. Mitch Haniger up next, first pitch swing, and he chops this one over to Allen. This will be a double play, but the Mariners will tie it up thanks to Polanco crossing home plate. Luis Urias will now step into the batter's box, 3-1 count to him, and he will draw a walk. So he will take first base, and that'll bring up Sam Haggerty playing left field now as he throws this one over to Geloff at second on a line, and that'll end the second. But both teams get one in their second innings frames. Top 3 now, Zach Geloff leading off for the A's. He hits this one into center field. That's an easy play for the first out. Brian Noda up next. He's going to golf a fastball into the right center gap and is going to get down Ryan Noda is going to get into second base with ease, and his nice month of May continues here with a one-out double, his 5th of the season. That'll bring up Shea Langoliers, who first pitch swinging, slaps this one to right field, and it's going to get down. Noda's going to round third base. He's going to head home. The throw is not in time, and the A's regain the lead thanks to the RBI single from Shea. Brett Rooker up next. He will draw a walk. Mariners don't give him nothing to swing at on the full count pitch. So 2 on now for Miguel Andujar, who had a good start to the season, but now his average has dropped all the way to the 230 range. 1-0 pitch to him, and as he gets a nice fastball to swing at, but all he does is pop it up into right. Not deep enough to allow the runner to tag as well. It's now Lawrence Butler up at the plate, getting the start at center today, and he crushes a slider to right field, and it's out of here. Lawrence Butler with a 3-run shot opens the game right up. Getting the start in center field thanks to his good play to begin the year, and his second home run of the season may lead to more opportunities. The A's lead now 5-1 here in the top of the third, as Hernandez with a great pitch to do even more damage, but he just pops it up. But Athletics now have a 4-run lead. We'll go bottom 3 now here with the Mariners. 2 down now for Julio Rodriguez, who will help chip into that lead. He cranks one to center that clears the wall. A solo shot here for J-Rod, as he will get one of those back off of his 5th home run of the season. But it is now 5-2, still in favor of Oakland. Medina will only go 3 innings. He had some bullpen work before his start, so we will bring in Hogan Harris in this game in relief as he takes over here in the bottom of the 4th. His day begins with a Jorge Polanco strikeout. Nice pitch there by Harris. That'll bring up Ty France, hitting 169 on the season. Did single back in the second. Now has a 1-2 pitch here, and he will swing at a nasty curveball in the dirt. That's the second out of the inning. Next up, Mitch Haniger steps into the batter's box, grounded out back in the second. Has 2-2 pitch. He will swing at a circle change well outside the zone, and Harris gets to the 4th with ease. Top 5 here with the A's. It was with 1 down. Langoliers drives a slider to deep center field, and the balls are going to continue to fly. A solo shot here for Langoliers gets that 1 run right back. As again, the A's have a 4-run lead thanks to the 4th home run of the season for Shea Langoliers, 6-2 in favor of Oakland. That'll do it as well for Miller, as Austin Voth will come in the very next inning with a 9.70 ERA. Not a guy you'd want to trust in a situation like this. In here, it's 1 out here in the top of the 5th as Brett Rooker trying to go deep again, hits it to right center, but a little too much underneath it. Miguel Andujar up next, 2-2 pitch, and they're going to say he went around. I don't think he did, but it doesn't matter because it will end at the top of the 5th. Bottom 5 now, Luis Urias at the plate here for the Mariners, who begins it with a shot in the center, but Lawrence Butler is there. Sam Haggerty, the new left fielder here for the Mariners, will hit this one over the glove of Geloff at second base as that reaches the outfield, and Haggerty's got some wheels, so that'll be a 1-out double for the Mariners, just in time for the top of their lineup. So it'll be Josh Rojas now, who's yet to get a hit today. Fly out and ground out in his 2 at-bats. First pitch swinging, chops over to Geloff. That will be a nice out at first, but the runner does move up to third. Crawford trying to bring him in, hitting 200 with runners in scoring position. But that'll go up as this one bounces in front of Rooker, and again, the Mariners get the run back. 6-3 now in favor of Oakland, but Julio might not be done, but it hangs just enough in the air for Andujar to catch it. So 6-3, A's still lead as Lawrence Butler back of the dish hits one over the glove of Crawford. Having himself a nice day. Second hit of the ball game is a leadoff double for the center fielder today. Darrell Hernandez up at the plate now. He swings through a fastball as will be strike 3. Abraham Toro now. He's first pitch swinging. Chopper over to second. That'll move the runner up to third, so the A's need another base hit to drive him in. It's Nick Allen, and he will draw a walk. So runners on the corner for Zach Geloff. 0 for 2 on the day, but a big spot here for the young second baseman. 0-2 pitch, slurve up the middle, and Voth ducks, and that allows the runner to score. Maybe he should have made a play on that one. Geloff comes through. This is now 7-3 Oakland. Ryan Noda up next with a dart over to first, but France will end the inning. Bottom 6 now. The Mariners trying to answer right back with Cal Raleigh hitting a deep shot to right center. But Butler has just enough room as he crashes into the boards. Nice play for the first out of the inning. Jorge Polanco up next. He hits this one into right center, but this time it will get down as he's putting together a very nice day. He's also on first base for Ty France. 2-2 pitch to him, and he'll hit this one to right field, and it's going to get down. Slices away from a Rooker as he gets all the way to the wall. Runner will hold up at third, but now runners again on the corners for Seattle. It's the right fielder Mitch Haniger who chops it over to the right side of the infield. What a play by Geloff, trying to turn two, and they can't, which means a run will score. It's now 7-4. Luis Urias now at the plate. He'll chop this one over to Geloff, who doesn't have to dive this time, and that will indeed end sixth. In the seventh we go. Zach Jackson comes in relief, up to a 7.84 ERA. We're just waiting for him to potentially turn the corner. But his eighth inning begins with a 3-2 pitch to Rodriguez, who hits this one to right, and it clears the wall. Julio Rodriguez, his second home run of the day, sixth now of the season. And Zach Jackson just continues to struggle in this game. He had a 3-run lead going into it, so we thought maybe that was a big enough cushion, but maybe not. Next batter, Cal Raleigh. He will look at strike three. That would have been a great pitch to swing at. Not sure why he decided not to. So he'll go down, which brings up Jorge Polanco, who now has 2 hits on the ball game. First pitch to him, and he turns on a fastball and crushes it to right. This one is out of here. The second home run of the inning given up by Zach Jackson. Just like that, it's a 1-run game. The A's were up by 3 just a moment ago, but now it's 7-6 off the 10th home run for Polanco. Jackson, man, get it together. He does just that as he gets through the 8th, gets strike out the last batter. As we'll turn it over to the 9th, we'll see Lucas Erceg for the first time today, the former third baseman turned pitcher who was acquired last year from the Brewers. A great story, who's now our closer. He's looking for his 5th save of the season, but this will not be a good start. He puts the tying run on first base. That brings up the 9-hitter Sam Haggerty, who's just going to try to bunt him over, but no to charges, and Erceg's slow to get over, and the sacrifice turns into a base hit. So now runner in scoring position, nobody out, and a big strikeout on Josh Rojas, so you can see is frustrated, throws the bat down. That brings up J.P. Crawford, chopper over to Allen, over to second, over to first, and a double play will end it. And the A's win a thriller here in Game 1 in Seattle by a final score of 7-6. Overall, the offense played very well today. I was very impressed by how he swung the bat today, as that has not been one of our strong suits recently. Whatever the pitching struggled with, the offense was able to step up and relieve it today. Always stayed ahead of the Mariners, never played from behind, and that led us to get the victory. Lawrence Butler is your player of the game, which you'd like to see, as games like this will lead to more opportunities for him. Second game, we do lose 8-1, as we had even more earned runs than we did runs. That's thanks to a 5-run six from Seattle. Gets them the victory. But game 3, we do win 2-1 as we come back and score 2 in the ninth thanks to Rooker and Andujar. And a nice 6th-inning performance by Alex Wood to take the series against the Mariners. Next episode, we will head back on the road with a 4-game set against the Astros for the first time this season. And then a 3-game trip to Kansas City as we continue through the month of May, sitting now at 16-26. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the episode, if you did, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more baseball content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.